Hey guys, so it's raining here in Southern California, so I've been restricted in my practice this week. I did putt 3 times this week, I'm happy to say, but I have been taking advantage of living room putting. Yes, yes, one of my fine subscribers suggested that Mr. Hogan practiced a great deal at home or in this hotel room, and it's actually very good for practicing technique. One of my keen observers pointed out something about my putting that's very important. This is one of the reasons why I love this so much, that we're all participating in this. This is like crowdsourcing our improvement. I'm not speaking from some position on high like, I'm the head golf professional at Windy Stick Golf Club. No, I am getting better. I haven't made it to the mountaintop yet. So therefore, my mind is open. A Zen mind is a beginner's mind. So let's look at this putting stroke. This is my Ben Crenshaw style putting stroke that I'm using right now. I think that looks pretty smooth. Um, I feel confident. Most importantly, I feel like my distance control is better. But if we look at this putt right here, we can see that it's hopping almost to the end of this yellow board before it starts to roll. And I've been feeling like I'm putting the ball okay. And to my naked eye, I had no idea that it was hopping so much. So let's look at this slow motion putt right here. Now, if we look at the putter at address, we can see that the very top of this style of putter is practically in line with the equator of the golf ball. All the mass is really low. So we watch this putter go back, and you'll notice the toe swings open and the toe is going to swing closed, which is one of the reasons why I'm using this putter specifically. Now, in order for me to find the neutral face position, I was at address. One of the tips that the great Daryl Kestner gave me was bring your thumbs back to the same spot they were when you started your backswing. Okay? So if I do that, that face should be in the same place. Now notice here, my putter is hugging the very tip tops of the blades of grass. And the mass of my putter head is very low in relation to the equator of the golf ball. And look at this impact right here. It's so amazing when you catch a ball right at impact. That putter is squishing into the back of this ball. But you'll notice, luckily I don't have backspin. I just hit this kind of knuckleball. But you can see that the ball has risen off the ground. Especially using the yellow background as a reference, you can see that ball is rising. Maybe a half an inch or so. Now let's take a look at this one more time. So boom. Yeah, so there's a pretty significant hop before the ball begins to roll. Okay, now one of my keen observers, one of my fine subscribers, shared a link that's down in the comments below where he wanted me to take a look at Graham McDowell's impact. Okay, now I'm going to tell you this is pretty significant here because this is where I set my putter to begin with, and that's where I'm hitting the ball at impact. Now let's take a look at GMAC real quick. Right there, his putter is basically skimming the tops of the grass 6 inches behind the ball. Now his putter is rising. So the center of his putter face is impacting the ball at the equator. Now look, that ball has a slight hop. It skids a little bit, no backspin. But that ball doesn't hardly leave the ground at all before it gets rolling. That thing is staying so low. And there you see it start its roll. I mean, that's much, much different than what I was doing. In fact, I'll tell you, back here, I don't know if you've ever hit a putt fat before, but I sure have. GMAC is dragging the grass. I mean, it's very low way back here. So I used to hear that the great Jack Nicklaus said, you want to hit up on your putts and give it a little top spin. That's what the old guys used to talk about. But GMAC was #1 in strokes gained putting in 2014. This fellow can putt, and I've seen him putt in real life. He's like a magician out there, but that's a huge difference. Look at that impact position, and we'll go back to my putter real quick. I'm reaching the bottom of my arc right at impact. There's no mass at the equator behind that golf ball. And there's a little hop. So this is one of the things I'm going to start to work with and see if I can't improve upon it, because I'm going to assume that those are the better impact characteristics that I'm going to be going for with my putting. Anyone can learn to hit the ball farther. And if you're not hitting it as far as you can, you're probably not scoring as well as you could be, and you're not having as much fun. I had no idea I didn't know how to swing for speed. Now, if you don't know how to swing for speed, you're leaving tons of yardage in the bag, I guarantee it. By learning the 3 T's of distance, you'll be able to maximize your driving potential. Who doesn't love to hit a ball well over 300 yards? Doesn't it feel great when you just crush a drive and everybody's mouth is hanging open while the ball sails away into the distance? Everybody can learn to hit the ball farther, and if you hit the ball farther, you'll play the game better and you'll have a lot more fun. Hit them long and hit them straight.